It's the silent movie of cooking with SonicBlu. No, that's stupid. Okay, welcome to Cooking with SonicBlu. Today, I'm not going to do bonbons today. I know I promised everybody I was going to do bonbons after my Buckeye recipe. Well, maybe I could just lump bonbons and bonbons and Buckeyes. Buck. Yeah, that's what Bill Cosby used to play. No, bonbons and Buckeyes will be in the same episode, so that way you get all of your sweet goodness in one episode of Cooking with SonicBlu. But this time, we're going to go Oriental style. Also, and the person to cook it for us is none other than test subject Sajin.
Hi everybody.
Tell everybody what you're going to be preparing today.
I am going to be making something that I really like a lot. And most of the time I go to the Chinese restaurant to get this.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of peanut chicken.
Oh, peanut chicken.
Now here's the real trick. I do not know what the actual recipe is that they use at the restaurants.
So we're going to make it up as we go along.
Exactly.
Well, he made it up.
I made it up on my own one day, and I was like, this is really good. And it turned out really good.
So what kind of
with a little bit of help.
With a little bit of help, yes.
So we're going to try to recreate that same recipe and actually be able to note it down so that way we can actually have it on the website for people to download.
Yes.
Which needs to be updated. I know the website needs to be updated, but we're doing the best we can. We need a we need a webmaster. But anyway, what are some of the ingredients we're going to be using here?
Okay. Here's what we're going to be using. I like to use boneless, skinless chicken.
Those are the breasts.
Yes, this is the chicken breasts.
You can use any kind of chicken you want, but
yeah, you can use any kind of
white meat, but it's preferred to use white meat. You don't have to deal with,
It makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it tastes better too.
It tastes good too, yeah. Okay, and I'm going to be making a side of rice with this. Of course, here's the peanut butter.
Yep, you can't make peanut chicken without the peanut butter.
Exactly.
Now, what kind of peanut butter is that? That's
now,
crunchy, right?
This is crunchy peanut butter. You do not have to use crunchy peanut butter, but
it kind of helps.
It helps, yeah. Having a little bit of crunch in
presentation.
there, yeah, it makes it taste really good with a little bit of crunch of peanuts in there too.
And it's pretty presentation too.
This is true. Now, of course, we've got soy sauce here. We've got
a big thing of sesame oil.
Sesame oil, pure sesame oil.
Yes, that's right.
Sugar. And
seasonings as we'll go.
As you can probably tell, this is all we're going to need right here. This is a small, very easy recipe. It really is very easy. Okay, you're going to need a medium-sized saucepan
with lid.
This is what we're going to be using to make our rice.
That is a large.
This is what we're going to be using to make our sauce with.
You don't really...
Our peanut sauce.
You can use smaller, but that's what we had at hand.
Right. Okay, and also, of course, you need a skillet. You're going to be using this to cook up your chicken.
Or, preferably, if you have a wok, let's use a wok instead.
Okay, we can use a wok. I've never cooked with a wok.
Now, before you work on your wok, it's best to oil your wok and season it. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take...
Luckily, I have SonicBlu who knows how to use a wok.
Let's use this sesame oil and use this up.
Yeah.
A 1/4 cup measuring cup. Tasting spoon. Okay, I'm from a very southern kind of style and everything. This is a spatula. This is a spatula. This is a spatula.
Oh, that's a wooden spoon.
That's a wooden spoon.
Yeah, I know. It's a wooden stirring spoon.
Hey, people in the South, this could be a spatula. It's
yeah, and we have, of course, you know what this is. It's a cutting board and a bowl.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to get a napkin. A couple of them are preferable, and we have a few of them right here. So, what you do, take a few napkins. That's how you season your wok. And we're going to take a few napkins here.
This is something new for me too, because I've never used a wok before.
What you want to do is get this good and hot, so turn this up real high. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get this good and oily. Okay. Now, once you got it good and oily, you're going to take your napkin and swipe your wok when it's good and hot. You use 2 of these so that way you're not touching a fully hot surface, because this thing will get hot.
You can also use a pair of tongs to do the same thing.
You can. So, like I always say, if you're not SonicBlu and you don't know what you're doing when you handle heat, don't do this at home. Because I know heat. I'm able to control myself around heat. Since that's out now, fine. We're going to get another good once over. So we're going to take this humongous hunkin' thing of sesame oil, give it a couple of good
We could actually probably take that small bottle and refill it.
Some of them falls in there, that's great too. Make sure to overlayer it so that way it doesn't get too hot. There we go. Now, the hotter the wok is, the smoother your swiping will be. You want to make sure it's fully seasoned. Correct term for it, seasoned.
Yeah, I know.
And go around, starting at the top and working your way down would be a plus.
We can already see that there's a little bit of oil smoke going, but
that's normal.
That's normal, especially working with
if it starts doing that, then just pull it from the heat and continue. Just make sure you hit all of your wok with the oil.
Every single little bit of that looks nice and oiled.
Yes, it is, and it's nice and smooth. Now, that is a very seasoned wok. Especially a little bit over there.
Why don't we put that off to the side?
Yep. Now turn your heat off, and you have a perfectly seasoned wok.
You see how nice and shiny it is.
Very shiny. So use that technique before you use your wok. Season it. So that is the Asian tradition of seasoning a wok.
You can also do that with cast iron too.
You can do that with cast iron.
Okay.
Alright.
So why don't we clear some of this stuff out of the way? And
yes, let's clear some of this out of the way.
Now we're really hurting for cabinet space and counter space. So
why don't we get the rice started, because that does take a while.
Rice started, okay.
Alright.
Right here.
When it comes to your rice, you want to...
Rice!
Yeah. There's a couple of different ways you can do rice. One, some people like to put the rice in first, then add the water. But then it's also a good idea to bring your water to a slight boil first, and then put your rice in.
Yes.
We are going to put our rice on the back burner here.
And get it started.
I'm 5 to 6 is usually.
We have We have this filled up halfway with hot water.
That's going to be about 4 cups of water then,
yes.
guys.
So, we're going to bring this to a slight boil before we add our rice. When we do add our rice, we're going to turn the heat down. And also add in
a little
sesame oil.
A little bit of sesame oil.
Just a nice dollop of it.
Well,
you'll get a nice sesame flavor, which brings all the flavors together in the meal.
Mm-hmm. Now, while we are waiting for that, we might as well go ahead and start prepping our chicken. If you'll notice, my chicken is still a little bit frozen. What I'm going to do is run this under a little bit of hot water in order to get this sack off.
Or the poultry diaper.
The poultry diaper.
The poultry diaper.
Blood diaper.
Yep.
Yeah. And
that's exactly what it is. That's there to soak up the juices and blood.
Yes, it is.
It's ultra absorbent. And do not put this on your baby.
You do not want to pull it too fast, because if it rips, there are chemicals in this little bag.
They're polymers, and they won't hurt the chicken.
Nevertheless, you don't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
All right. See, there it is. It just came right off like that.
Sonic, you want to throw that away?
Sonic gets to throw away the chicken diaper.
Right there.
There you go.
All right.
Now, why do we still have this slightly frozen?
It is slightly frozen because it just now came out of the freezer.
Nice.
It's also easier to cut that way too.
This is true. Important thing with working with chicken. Any kind of poultry. Be careful for any kind of bacteria or anything. You want to make sure your air
Salmonella, E. coli, things of that.
Things of this, yes. You want to be very careful and not have any of that spreading everywhere, because this stuff can be very dangerous.
So after you get done cutting it, you clean the surface and your hands immediately.
This is true. Now, whenever you cut your chicken, what you want to try to do is cut your chicken down to pieces, strips about like this long.
About 1 to 2 inches.
About 1 to 2 inches, yes.
I could break them apart from each other.
Probably, yeah. It probably needs a little bit more water.
Since this is an Asian show, I think we should karate chop them apart.
Karate chop them? Yeah.
Sancho!
No, grasshopper. You must think through it when you go and hit your chicken. Let me see this.
Yeah.
I think it'll even be too hard for me. Let's see.
Oh, he broke it, sort of. Alright, here we are going to start our chicken. I already cut it in half right there. Love this knife. It's so freaking awesome. It doesn't necessarily matter what your slices look like.
As long as they're kind of bite-sized.
Yeah, as long as they're kind of bite-sized. If you look right here, you'll see the chicken is completely cut up and ready to go.
Okay.
Okay?
And how is our water doing?
The water
is boiling.
The water is boiling.
Rice.
It's ready.
Okay, let's add
So,
Add the rice.
add the rice.
Make sure you have
16
the
ounces of it.
Don't worry
Every
about
grain goes in there. I want
Every
every
grain.
single grain of rice to go in there. I don't want to lose one. Okay.
There's the rice.
There's the rice. Now, where
Give it a
is
little bit of
our...
a stir here with a
right
spoon.
here?
We're going to use this spoon to stir the rice.
Uh-huh.
Just
So
for a
let's
second.
go ahead and smooth this out. Give it a little stir, and you see that starch water really starting to build. But that's going to soak right back into your rice.
Now, you don't want to add too much.
Just a little.
But just a little bit will add the taste of sesame seed oil to your rice as it's cooking.
And that'll bring together some flavors. There,
Yes,
that's it.
there you go.
That'll be good.
That's perfect.
You notice that it's going to separate because oil and water does separate. So just give it a little stir just to be on the safe side. It's going to regroup later. But you just stir this constantly, but keep it covered most of the time.
Oh, I just keep it covered until it's done.
Now,
You still want to stir because if you're not using a non-stick pan like we're using the Tefal here, well, that's no Tefal.
That's mine.
That's just okay. But if you're, but it works the same way. It's got a lot of good Teflon on it. But if you don't have Teflon in your saucepan, you might want to stir it
Stir it every
constantly
now.
because
Unless it's
the
stainless
bottom-
steel too.
The bottom of the pan will singe the rice and burn it. So you want to keep it moving.
True. Okay.
Okay.
Are we going to be seasoning this up a little bit, as is, before we add it into our pan?
actually, no. The chicken is going to stay as it is. Okay?
As it is.
Because
we've got the seasoned wok right here.
It's going to-
still
yes.
very oily.
the oil from the wok is going to come in, and also the seasoning from the peanut butter is going to be seasoning your chicken perfectly.
Yes.
So,
Use a little bit more in
first
the
things
wok.
first. What we're going to do, we might as well go ahead and cook up our chicken. That way it's not waiting for too long.
So we're going to turn on the heat to about a medium-high, about
Yes.
7 or 8, about 8.
Yes. Now, we're going to add a little bit of the oil to the wok in order to make the cooking go a little bit easier for us.
Yes. And it also prevents the chicken from getting cooking too dry.
True.
That should be good there.
There we go.
There we go.
That's just enough to coat the chicken and give it a nice glossy finish.
Basically, you just want to coat the bottom a little bit extra with some oil.
Yep.
Now, this will heat up pretty good.
Yep.
Basically, this bowl is going to be collecting our cooked chicken. You do not want to put chicken back into the bowl, the same bowl that you are pulling it out of.
Mainly because of salmonella.
Exactly.
Cross-contamination, not the fun thing.
Cross-contamination is not a good thing.
No, it isn't. Now it's
It's
getting to
starting to
smoke,
steam.
so let's go ahead and
Okay.
add the chicken.
Here we go.
I'd say do a little bit at a time.
Yes,
though.
we're going. It's best to do a little bit at a time. That way you don't
Crowd the pan.
you don't crowd the pan.
About half of that should do.
Yeah. So let's add it in here. There we go.
Most of it.
Okay.
Listen to that baby sizzle.
Woo! Yeah, sizzling loud. Now, the way I make my peanut chicken, you want to cook your chicken, as everyone probably already knows. As it is cooking, it turns white.
Yes, it does.
You want to make sure that all your pieces are all white.
And
No
cooked through.
pink at all.
And cooked through.
If you have pink, it's not done yet.
Keep moving your chicken. Don't let it stop.
Do not stop. You have to keep going.
Keep that chicken
Martin Yan
moving.
Martin Yan always says it's stir fry, not stare fry.
Yeah.
And you're missing a whole corner there, Bill.
Oh, I am not missing that corner. Now, as you can see already, a lot of the pieces have started to turn white. They are still not done. All these pieces must be white.
White, solid through and through.
Yes. Alright, we are going to go over here and grab some stuff. Okay. We have our, you said this is a large?
Yes.
Okay, this is large saucepan. First thing we're going to do, we are going to add some of this oil.
Not too much, about
The oil is designed in here to make the peanut butter separate a little bit better and actually turn it into an actual sauce. So you add some of this.
That's good. That's good.
Alright. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's all you really need right about there. Now,
How much of this full jar of peanut butter are we using? This is a medium jar.
Yes, this is a medium-sized jar. I'm going to say about half of this is what we're going to be needing. So just go ahead and take a spoon or whatever you have available and just start scooping it out.
And hopefully not break anything.
Yeah, hopefully not break anything. And just put your peanut butter right into the pan.
And again, this is a Teflon pan. So you're going to want to make sure as soon as you put this onto heat, you keep things moving.
Yes, you have to keep things stirring and moving, or else you'll burn it. And then it's going to smell and taste bad.
You're going to get a very bitter taste. We don't want bitter.
Yes. Now, whenever you actually, if you don't add anything extra like sugar into this, you're going to actually
get that
bitter taste anyway. That's why, after you add your peanut butter, as you can see, we used about half.
Yep.
Okay?
We're going to put this onto heat with a wooden spoon.
Put this onto the heat with a wooden spoon. I now have my peanut butter and sesame oil
Medium heat.
on the
Medium
heat here. I've got it on high to get the pan up to temperature, and I'm going to drop it down to medium. And already it is starting to liquefy in here, as you can see.
But you definitely want to keep it moving because then
You do not, it will burn very fast if you're not careful.
Yep.
And how are you doing?
It's turning out nicely and got to a good start here as usual. And we still got this up on 8, which is pretty good for considering what we've done so far with all this chicken.
Okay.
So yeah, you can leave it up to a medium-high. You can turn it down to medium if you want to, or if you got a lot of other things going and you're all by yourself. But keep it on medium-high if you got help in the kitchen.
Since there's 2 of us here, it kind of helps.
Yes.
This.
Look at that sauce. It's
And
smoothing
we are
out.
using what kind of peanut butter?
We are using chunky peanut butter, so it has peanut butter. It has peanut pieces in the peanut butter.
What if some of our viewers are allergic to peanuts? Could they use something like almond butter or
Yes,
whatnot?
you probably could. There's probably a lot of different alternatives you could use. Yes. All right, we're gonna turn this down to medium heat.
And
We
this
don't want
chicken
this to cook
is
too much.
still turning white. There's a lot of pink pieces in here.
Now, since my sauce is now liquefied, as you can see here. See this? Look at that.
That looks good.
That is good.
Beautiful.
Now,
What we are now going to add is a 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, depending on your taste, that's what depends on how much sugar you put into your sauce. This is a little under a 1/4, but it should be just fine.
and you're just going to sprinkle that in and stir it into our mix, right?
Yes. Gonna just plop it in here like so. Put a little bit extra in there for a little extra sweetness. Okay.
Just put that off to the side.
Put this off to the side after we put the lid back on.
And are we going to put this back onto the heat to melt the butter?
This we are
butter.
going to
Sugar?
save. We're going to save our sugar measure in case we need more as we are cooking this. All right, there.
Are we going to put this
it back on the heat now?
Something else other than sugar, say like either a sugar substitute or even honey for the sweetener?
Oh, absolutely.
Splenda.
Absolutely.
Splenda would be a good one.
Absolutely. You can use any kind of alternative sugars in order to make this happen.
And we are done with the chicken.
And the chicken is done.
All right.
Oh,
And the sauce is just about ready as well.
Oh, wait.
best way to check your peanut butter sauce is to cut the back of the spoon.
There we go. It's a little separated, perhaps.
Well, that's probably a little bit of the oil still.
Yes, that is what it's going to be a little separated because of the oil in it. And peanut butter doesn't really. It kind of separates a little too easy.
Now, be careful when tasting this because peanut butter does have natural oils, and with the oil that we did add, it's going to be hotter than normal.
Yes.
It's going to be almost like molten lava.
Yes. Since I'm no good with heat, I would like to have SonicBlu test this
I'll
after
try
he's
it.
done with the chicken.
Here, I'll try it.
You'll try it? Okay, here we go.
Good.
Good. All right, chicken is done.
What we're going to do is we're going to drain the oils from here.
Drain the oil. We have
this. Alright, stick a colander. Store all of your chicken in there and get rid of all that juice.
Juice and oil.
Shake it until you don't see any more juices come out.
That's
Give it a
all
good
ready.
shake like this too, and it helps get some of the residual oils and water out of your food.
Okay.
Now I can go back into that bowl because that has cooked chicken in it. So
That had originally cooked chicken in it.
All
yes.
right. I'm ready for my taste tester to check my sauce again.
Just bring that spoon up. Let's go on. Good.
Good? All right. You can go ahead and pour your sauce directly into the bowl and mix it up and get the sauce in. Okay, which is what we normally do. Or you can do this. You can serve your chicken first and then
put a drizzle of the sauce.
drizzle of the sauce over top of the chicken as it's already on the plate. Okay. We're going to take just a little bit of the sauce. Plop it in there.
About half of it should do.
That should be good.
There we go.
Okay. Hold on to this, please. Okay.
The other back burner, because that one was hot.
And just kind of mix it in with your chicken a little bit.
Use a spoon, Bill.
Yeah, give me a spoon. See, I was going to use this to just go ahead and put the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
That works.
no fuss, no muss.
Yay! Okay. Anyway, back to this. Mix in the
Peanut butter
sauce in here.
You might actually need a little bit more.
No, that's good.
It should be good because we're going to be
Saucing it up afterwards,
Yes.
too.
Yeah. And
all right.
for
Looks good.
presentation, Take a little spoonful of peanuts. If you want to make a good presentation, just kind of drizzle it over your plate like so.
About half of the plate, because some of it's going to be on in the rice.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go. Maybe a little bit on the edge here, so that way. Yes, I know it looks messy, but when you put the chicken in, it's going to look wonderful.
Okay.
And it's going to taste wonderful too.
All right. You ready?
Now let's put some of that chicken onto that rice, onto that peanut butter.
All right. There we go.
That should be good.
That's good. Now you drizzle some more of the sauce right on top of the chicken.
Right on top. And look at that. Instant peanut chicken. I am looking forward to this recipe. There we go. There you have it.
And now we add some rice on the side.
There you go. And put some peanut butter on it, so that way you get some of the peanut sauce in your rice too.
Yep.
Yeah, but not a very good one.
All right. We'll just plop some rice down on there. Nice rice
steamed.
ball.
And easier to pick up with chopsticks.
Yes, this is true. All right. And there you have peanut chicken.
Okay.
Peanut chicken. There it is.
And yes, we didn't use the soy sauce, but that was more for the rice anyway.
This is true.
That is true.
Now, here's the best part. Normally, I am the one who actually taste tests, okay?
And I would, but I'm biased in this case.
And also you have the camera.
I will take my Fortune Kitty chopsticks.
He has Fortune Kitty chopsticks.
These are my kitty chopsticks.
SonicBlu is going to be testing
The first bite of
my
peanut
first.
chicken.
Would you like
First bite.
some soy sauce?
Soy sauce?
No.
No? Okay.
Pure and simple, huh?
C'est magnifique. This is good stuff. As a matter of fact, this is better than the peanut chicken you get on Morse Road.
Woohoo! That's awesome.
This is better than Morse Road's chicken.
Yeah, they also
Rice.
fry their chicken. They actually have a little breading on their chicken too, don't they?
Now that's interesting. The rice and the peanut sauce together. That is interesting. It's a very good flavor. It's a very good mix of flavor. You can do the simple recipe at home, and it'll taste wonderful. You'll really impress the heck out of your friends and family. So, take it from us here at SonicBlu, Cooking with SonicBlu. This is a wonderful recipe. If you want the recipe, download it on our website. I could probably write this one up.
Oh, most likely.
And it didn't take us more than, what, 30 minutes?
No.
30, 40 minutes maybe.
To cook up all together?
Yeah.
Well, it helps to have some help in the kitchen.
True.
So, next time on Cooking with SonicBlu, we don't know what the hell we're going to make, but I'm pretty sure you're going to love it at Cooking with SonicBlu. And remember, folks, if you have some recipes you want to send in, send them to sonicblue@yahoo.com, and I'll see if I can get to them.
And this is also a good way to shut Sonic up from singing. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. It doesn't work. It does not.
No, it doesn't work.
That doesn't work. No.
So I will speak my closing and say, toodaloo, everybody, and may all of your recipes be good ones.
For complete recipes, send an email to sonicblue@yahoo.com. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you're not cooking good, you're not eating good. Bye for now.